What's going on, beautiful Jellyfish? It's Tracy, and today I'm going to be doing the third video in my Dominaria set overview. So far, I have done white and blue cards. If you want to check those out, they will be in my set overview playlist. But today we're going to be talking about black cards. I think that black has some really sweet things. And if you did watch my video on blue, you know that I was a little underwhelmed by blue. I don't really think it's the best color. I think black and white, though, are just really nailing it. I think there's some fantastic cards going on. So let's get into talking about these cards from Dominaria. Okay, so, this card, I honestly did, like, a double take, because I was like, I want to make sure I'm, like, actually reading this card right. Josu, Vess, Lich King, I'm sorry, Lich King. That's a Hearthstone card, wow. Lich Knight. Okay, cool. I don't know anything about lore, so is this Liliana's brother? Maybe, cool. Okay, I don't know. I don't care about lore literally at all. Anyways, this guy is actually just freaking stupid, because, like, he's a 4-mana 4/5, which I mean is, like, really amazing. And he's got kicker, so you can pay a total of 10 mana, which you're like, that's, like, totally a lot, Tracy. Listen, the thing is I understand that. However, you pay 10 mana to get a 4/5 and freaking 8 2/2s with menace. You play this and you just win. Like, what on earth? Like, I'm reading this and I'm like, am I reading this card right? This is so broken. How is this not a mythic? This is the, like, one of the craziest bombs I've ever seen. I think this card is, like, an absolute, like, house. Unbelievable bomb limited card. Oh my goodness. This card's incredible. Honestly, I think I want to put this card in Kazarov. Like, that is how amazing I think this card is. What on earth? How did this get authorized? I don't understand. I'm not complaining. Those cards freaking sweet. Good lord. Okay. None of the other video cards are, I feel like, are going to decently compare, because that card's freaking amazing. Okay, so, we have Phyrexian Scriptures. I have to say, a lot of the Sega cards, I keep saying Sega, like, the Sega Genesis. What on earth? The Saga cards. Tracy, get with the program. But Phyrexian Scriptures seems to be pretty okay. I don't really know how they'll play out. It's kind of one of those weird things, since it's just totally new, like, there's nothing really like it. I don't know how they're gonna play, and that's kind of why I'm a little unsure, and I'm not really mentioning them, because I just don't really... I don't want to be like, they're awesome, but, like, I don't really know. But there is a reason why, I did specifically mention this one. Also, too, I just want to shout out the art on this card. Please, any Saw fans out there, because this literally just looks like a Saw trap. Like, I saw the art on this card, and I'm like, okay, did they pull inspiration from the Saw series right now? Because this is what it looks like. Anyways, Phyrexian Scriptures. Okay, so it's a 4-mana enchantment, which doesn't seem to be too bad. Some of the other ones just seem like a lot of high mana cost for kind of what they are. The first one is you put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature, and that creature becomes an artifact in addition to other types. What really is strange to me, though, is I feel like there's just... Oh, okay, no, that's not really anti-synergy. Okay, so you kind of make... You take, like, your best dude, and you pretty much give it +1/+1, and then you also turn it into an artifact if it isn't already one, which is kind of cool. Because the second ability is you destroy all non-artifact creatures, which, honestly, like, the reason why I'm talking about this card is literally for that ability. You save a creature with the first step of the saga, and then you get to kill a lot of their board, which I just think is really important. Yes, there are a lot of, artifact creatures, I would say, but if your opponent isn't really playing any, this is really sweet, or even just to clear out some of their boards so you don't have as many threats, I think is amazing. And also, too, I like the third ability. You exile all cards from target opponents, all opponents' graveyards. I think what's really important about this is the fact that you've cleared away some of their board, and if they even have some sort of graveyard recursion, you can just nix that and just immediately get rid of their graveyard, which I think is really important. So, I do really like this card. I'm very interested to see how these Saga cards play out. I'm not really too sure, but I think this one is notable worthy, and again, the art is literally a Saw trap, so that's the thing. Okay, okay, then we have Kazarov, Sengir, Pureblood. This guy's pretty sweet. So it's a 7-mana 4/4 flyer, which kind of seems like a lot for what that is. However, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, you put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. Guys, like, this kind of reminds me of Desecration Demon, just a little bit. Just throwing it out there. Desecration Demon, this card I haven't interacted with in a really long time. Card's sweet. Anyways, and then it has the ability for 4 mana, deals 2 damage to target creature. I love cards like this. Cards that, like, have that little last bit tacked on, because they're amazing mid-range cards where you don't really have a lot going on, you don't have a lot of cards getting in your hand, it's like late stage of the game, nothing is really happening, and you're like, what do I do? This, like, when you get, like, stages of the game where you, say, have, like, I don't want to say 12 mana, but say you have, like, 8 mana on board and nothing to do with it, you could just kill 2 creatures with this. Or if you have like a 4/4 or a 4/3 or a 4/2 or whatever, you can just kill something. Or, well, if it wasn't a 4/2, but okay, or a 2/4, sorry, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, you can just kill a bunch of stuff, which is amazing. And then whenever you just kill a creature, like, you just get, this thing just gets bigger, and it's a flyer, like, what on earth? This card is absolutely a house. I think it's amazing. Also, don't know why it's not a mythic. Kind of confused about that. Card seems busted. Okay, then we have Torgaar, Famine in Incarcerate. Okay, this card, like, I honestly had to read because I was like, what? Okay, so it's an 8 mana 7/6, which, you know, it's a big dude. It's got a big body. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may sack any number of creatures. Okay? And the spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature sacked this way. So, you know, you could just theoretically cast this card for, like, you know, 2 mana for a 7/6. That seems pretty good, right? And then when it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target player's life total becomes half of their starting life total, rounded down. What? What? Like, this just seems, like, very strange, but I just think this is really good. Like, it's a little confusing, but I'm like, I think this card's gonna be pretty sweet and limited, so interested to see how that kind of plays out. Okay, then we have Cast Down. I'm kind of, I would say, a little disappointed by this card. You guys know me, you know I always highlight removal cards, even if they're not amazing, but I'm a little disappointed in this card because I feel like there's just so many legendary cards, and I feel like this card is kind of unfair that we don't have more ways, I feel like, of dealing with legendaries, but I guess this card is needed for those cards that aren't legendaries but are still, like, strong, but I don't know. I feel like this card's gonna kind of be wasted on cards that are just decently mediocre. I guess it's 2 mana for instant speed, which, I mean, and it's not like it has other restrictions where you can only kill something with, you know, under 3 CMC or something like that, so that's kind of nice, but I don't really know how well this removal cards, I mean, obviously, yes, you pick removal cards, and they're very important. I just don't, like, this isn't a removal card that I would be like, yes, you need to draft, like, 4, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think it's that good, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's important, and yeah, it's needed. I just feel like in the grand scheme of how many things are you really going to be killing? Are you really going to be wasting this on, like, a 2/2 menace creature? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem like the value is kind of ultimately there. So, a little disappointed about this removal spell, to be honest, but I would have preferred if it was maybe, like, destroy target creature with CMC 3 or less, you know what I mean? And, like, nix that non-legendary part, just because I think there's so many legendaries in this set, so I don't really know how it's going to play out, but hey, we'll see. Okay, but on the flip side, when I was just saying how we need, you know, things that deal with anything, we have Settle the Score. This card is really sweet. I like this a lot because it is uncommon level removal, which I love. And it is 4 mana to exile target creature, which honestly you could have just stopped right there and I would have been really thrilled to see a 4 mana removal spell where you exile something, so there's no hope of getting it back. Love it. However, they tacked on put 2 loyalty counters on a planeswalker you control, which may not be super relevant, to be honest, but hey, it could be, and it could come in instances where that is really strong. So regardless, even if you don't have the planeswalker, don't get distracted by that. I think just the fact that you're exiling target creature, any creature, legendary or not, for 4 mana is really sweet. So definitely be scooping these cards up. Card's great. Okay, then we have Thallid Soothsayer. I just really love the word Soothsayer. I think it's just, like, such a cool word. Okay, I really like this uncommon. I think it's sweet. And what I really like about it is that it's not the tap ability. So it's a 3 mana 2/3 where you pay 2 to sack a creature to draw a card. I really like this ability. If someone goes to kill your thing or exile your thing, you can sack it in response. And not only do you get to sack it so it's in your graveyard, so you have the potential to bring it back later on, but you get to draw a card out of it, which I think is just sweet. Or you're in a situation where like your block isn't super profitable for you, you're just kind of like chump blocking and that sucks, and you're just like, I guess I'll like block with my thing, but I get a little bit of value out of it because I'm not going to kill your creature anyway, so I'm just going to sack that in response before damage is dealt and draw a card. Seems like a decent win-win to me. I think this is a really sweet card and a pretty nice body. I like it a lot. Okay, then we have Eviscerate. I really love that word. Eviscerate, that's such a cool word. Love it. Okay, so this card seems a little repetitive, I would say, to the other card that we talked about, which I literally just forgot the name of. What was that card called? Settle the Score? Seems a little familiar with that. I would have preferred if this was like 3 mana, but okay, we can't always get what we want. It's 4 mana and destroys target creature. I mean, like, that I feel like in the grand scheme of things just seems like a lot of mana when I had my Settle the Score, which was 4 mana to exile target creature, and if I have a Planeswalker, you get to bump it up to loyalty, but okay, I mean, I guess. It is destroy target creature, and it's also at the common level, so I guess I can't be too picky, but I'm a little, like, weird about that. I think they could have done something else for this removal slot, in my opinion, but whatever. Yeah, it's just super important. 4 mana, destroy any target creature is really sweet, so definitely want to be picking these up, and they're going to be floating around the table because they're common. Yeah, card's super important in this set. Okay. Then we have Feral Abomination. This card's sweet. I love big dudes like this. I just think they're really cool. It's super simple. It's 6 mana, 5/5 Death Touch. There's really not a whole lot to say, but it's just a big dude, and it's got Death Touch, and it's common. Like, card's great. Alright, cool. Okay, this card I want people to like kind of a double take and look at this card a little bit differently, because I think some people are going to look at it and think it's bad, but I don't think it is. So, Stronghold Confessor. So you look at this and you look, you know, if you're someone like me, you know, you're very critical of 1 mana 1/1s, which I totally understand. And I've said this before, 1 mana 1/1s have to be like Sludge Crawler. Like, Sludge Crawler is my ultimate 1 mana 1/1. Freaking love that card. Card's amazing. Love drafting with that card. It was just nuts. Every other 1 mana 1/1, I'm like, but is it better than Sludge Crawler? No, I don't want to play it. Anyways, the thing is this shouldn't be a 1 mana 1/1. Unless you're in desperate situations where you literally need a chump blocker and you can't pay for the kicker cost on this. Think of this card instead as not a 1 mana 1/1, but a 4 mana 3/3 with Menace. That is the way I would frame this card to you ultimately. It's also at a common level, so these are going to be flying around the table. I think this card is really incredible and one of the best commons in black, and it may not seem like this, but really look at this. You're paying 4 mana for a 3/3, which is pretty good, and you're getting Menace tackled on top of that, which I just think is absolutely incredible. I think this card is really sweet, and I think a lot of people are going to think it's bad, but I think it's really good. I like it a lot. Okay, then we have Vicious Offering. I think this card just really impresses me in terms of removal. I'm really pleased with this. So it's 2 mana and it's got kicker to sack a creature. So you don't have to. So if you just want to not kick it, you know, your opponent's tapped out. There's not like nothing they can do. They've got a, you know, 4/2 and you're just like disfigure it, you know, which is super cool. You can give it -2/2. However, if that spell was kicked, target creature gets -5 until -5, so you can kill something. Like, this is a 2 mana instant speed kill spell. Yeah, you have to sack a creature, but like, who cares? It's instant speed. If it was gonna die anyway, you just do it before blocker was declared, and then you just give something else -5/5. Hello, this card's nuts. Especially if you have things where you want them to be in your graveyard or you want them to die. This card is really sweet. Definitely a really amazing removal card. And again, also, I just want to hint at the rarity. Really important that this is common level. You're going to be seeing this a lot. Card's great. Okay, next we have Yawgmoth's Vial Offering. This card's cool. So, this is 5 mana. So, you know, it's funny, is I first read this and I was like, do I like this card? And then I was like, nah, this card's actually pretty sweet. So, it's a sorcery, and you put up to 1 target creature or planeswalker from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So, I just want to stop right there. This has got a, why can I not think of the name of it right now? Oh my god. It's 2 mana, and it's an enchantment, and I run it in EDH, and I run it in Tacit or Animate Dead. This card's like Animate Dead, pretty much. Not as good as Animated, and also it's not 2 mana Animated, but it's still super sweet. You can just put, like, what I think people don't get about cards like this is, guys, if you have something that just costs a lot of mana, you just get it for 5 mana. Like, does that not get communicated to people? Because, like, that's really sweet. Like, you pay 5 mana to get back something that costs, like, 10 mana, like, that is so much value. Hello. Especially too if your opponent does have the Graveyard Recursion and you know about it and you can stop them from potentially getting their creature back because you have it. Hello. Yes, this card's nuts. But we're not done, children. You destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Like, what the hell? That was like, it was going great. They were like, yeah, it's Christmas, but then they were like, no, like, we're going further than Christmas. Like, what on earth? Like, what is this? You get to bring something back. But then you also get to destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker? Like, what on earth is this card? This card is freaking incredible. Kind of confused that it's a rare, to be honest. I think it should be a mythic. I don't know. I think this card seems really sweet. And then you get to do exile it, because that would be super stupid if you could bust it if you just kept bringing this back. Card's amazing. Okay. Then the last card is, I really like these like triple color cards. Dread Shade. Guys, remember I was talking to you guys about like Sludge Crawler earlier? This is Sludge Crawler, but like instead of Sludge Crawler, it's like a 1/1. This is like Sludge Crawler like ×3, literally. Because it's 3 mana for a 3/3, and you can pump it as many times as you have mana. Oh my god, cards like this are nuts. It is like one of the perfect mid-range cards because you play this card on turn 3 and you're happy, you're like, sweet, I have a 3/3, and if I have nothing to do with my 4 mana, or like I say I play like a 2-drop, then I have like 2 mana so I can potentially pump this, and then you make it like a 5/5, so you like, just, this card is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. You know, we were just talking actually about going to do limited with this set because I just think this set looks absolutely sweet and it looks like a ton of fun to play, to do limited with. So, yeah, cards just amazing. So, that is it, guys. I'm super hyped for Dominaria. I really want to know what you guys are thinking about the set, and let me know how you guys are liking these set overviews so far. I had no idea I was going to film these videos. It was kind of just a spur of the moment thing. I was like, really love the set and I really want to talk about it, so that's why we're doing videos. So, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I will see you in my next. Bye.